Welcome in, YouTube, to part 7 of Morrighan Initari's adventures through Shadowbringers. Oh boy, I feel like I've been doing a lot of recording today. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below and let me know what you're thinking of these videos. This one, it's a little heavy, so there's a big fight scene and a lot of stuff that goes on, and so this part gets a little heavy. But why don't we just hop on over to it? And I'll see you in a second, YouTube. When it rains. That's a terrifying picture. Oh, I suspected that you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of Sin Eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Yes, I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Exedra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need. Crowned with those seeking solace and companionship, you would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. Okay, where is the Exedra? Few townsfolk are about, and you spy none who appear to be in distress. Morrighan! I've only just returned from Morrighan, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by Sin Eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we'll need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed around the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case 3 pairs of hands would be better than 1? Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western two? They're ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Initari Plaza. You got it, buddy. I'm glad you told me what they looked like, because Alice ran off before you said a thing to her. Alright, let's activate this anchor. It's taken a while. Despite having very little ideas of how it functions, it appears that you have activated the device successfully. To the other! Did we get it in time? Let's see that barrier raise.
Sin Eaters sighted! They're coming! Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Crystarium, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field.
Okay.
Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
Let's do this, buddy. We ought to join the Vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of Eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. Right. Well, I guess I can bring my webcam back, can't I? What lovely weather. Just what we needed. It seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. You got it, buddy. Crystarium forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations. Assist them in defeating the Eaters before they are decimated. I hear shouting. Come on.
Let's
Oh, that
give
was
it our all.
that was Alice saying, not Alpha Male. They need our help. Let me stance up. More Eaters! Don't let your guard down! I'm waiting for any of these groups to have... It's gonna be this one over here. Those Eaters! They're moving toward Radiska's round! We should follow, but we cannot neglect those in need of aid. Oh, they all spawned and we came this way. Gotcha. If it's this bad here, I shudder to think what it's like elsewhere. A timely arrival, Morrighan. I have my hands full here. Mine own magic shall suffice to aid Y'shtola. I bid thee offer succor to the god. You couldn't have gave me that buff earlier? The Eater's ether swells. I would hate to find out what it intends to do next. Defend me. Let none interrupt my incantation. Draw the lesser Eaters within the perimeter. Come here. Master Matoya has a few tricks up her sleeve. Allow me to demonstrate. A most impressive trick indeed. As if you've none of your own. Let's make for the imperative, shall we? Well, we're halfway there. Someone hath made short work of these Eaters. Sounds about right. Morrighan, you'll be glad to know that the locals have all taken shelter. Nevertheless, we can't allow the Eaters to gain any ground. With me. Nah, buddy. I'm tank. I got this. Alright, you just had to rush forward first, didn't ya? That can't be good. Thankred, my sprint's on cooldown. Slow down! Gods damn it all, we're too late. I'll follow the Eater. You press on to the imperative. I'm staying with you. We've lost too many already. We must hurry. Oh, we haven't lost half of us yet. These eaters are too organized. They cannot merely be acting on instinct. It is as we feared. But our task is as it ever was. Turn the tide. Okay. The lives of the wounded are in our hands. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start over here. And we'll just work our way that way and help. So many! But they all die so quick. Like, you just gotta stand where you hit multiple ones at the same time. Have care. That is no ordinary eater. More eaters. They're protecting it somehow. We shall need to deal with them first. Alright, let's move over here and attack the one that everyone else is attacking first. Alright, we're moving to this one next, I guess. Makes no sense to me why you wouldn't just move your way around like clockwise. I feel a swell of ether. Everyone, gather around me quickly. Back on the boss. And yet more still come. Morrighan, buy me some time. Alphino, I'll need ether. Right. Everyone channel your ether into Alize.
My strength is yours.
May the twelve guide you.
The stars shall grant thee succor.
Let's give them a show!
Oh yes, I believe she...
With heart and steel!
Oh. I really thought she was just going to do, Blue Mage... Not Blue Mage. Red Mage LB3. But nah. Duty complete, let's go! I think we have voice act cutscenes. Good job, Marine.
There are so many. Ah, God damn it! Leader! Yeah!
No, not Lena.
Lena, hold on. They turned on me.
Damn. Oh shit.
This one is mine!
This one was hard to watch.
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
Run! Run, damn you!
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now.
God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work. Ah!
No. No, no. Stay back. Stay back.
Help! Help! Anyone! Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy? Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
That one, yeah, that one's hard to watch with Ardbert. It seems we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead as well, of course, those whose bodies remain anyway. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after what we've been through. God knows I am. But if you could see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Oh god, it says he's dying and everything. Dying guard. There isn't much you can do for this one. You solemnly close your eyes and move on. With tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch as if to reach for you, but he lacks the strength to raise his hand. Yeah, there ain't shit I can do for them. Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please kill me. I beg you. Don't touch me. I killed her. I killed her. She was one of them, I know, but Lena. Yeah, Lena, you've got a lot of work cut out for you. Honestly, she looks stunned. Like, I can't really get a good view of her face. Wait. Nope. Come on, out. Yeah, she looks like she's stunned, speechless.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
No, I'm fine. How are you feeling?
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done.
Sorry for hitting my microphone there. I apologize.
Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you.
I did my best.
Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me.
Damn.
I am fine. Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far. I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium.
Fuck Vothbury.
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering. A paradise where man and senator might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my senators. But it's only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
That's a great way to demoralize your enemies. Yell at them and tell them how terrible they are. Volthry's ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties, especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Menphilia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred in particular sustained quite an injury from that sin-eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagirix still. Please, give them my thanks. Yeah, I got it. Oh, and it's still like playing the solemn music and everything? Shit. You're here for me. I'm sorry to put you to the trouble. I'm fine, really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Menphilia. She's not taken it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Horatorium, ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesamil, but just talk to her, will you? Yeah, thank God I got it. I got it. I'll go talk to her. Nymphilia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will get her attention. Okay. Hey! Look at me! Eh! Oh, Morrighan. What are you doing here? Thancred. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless, and now it's my fault. Then you'll be wanting to get those herbs for the healers. Oh, what have I done? I promised I'd be right back, and yet here I am. I know I need to be better. I'm only allowed to be a part of this because I'm Nymphilia, and I need to be more like her. All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. But you're right, I can still help, if only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesamil. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low and I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant in an unmistakably medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 sprigs or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Chesamil. Whoever gets there first can explain that the other will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. Hey! We got first one correct first try. Small leaves and strongly medicinal. Could not have been more perfect. Nymphilia told me that you would be bringing the rest. Of course. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose, though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win. I promise you that. It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you've just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Spagyrix in good working order, the Crystarium's people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone. There's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. Okay. You know the Exarch? We do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something. From me. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me. But only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened here. I don't know if what Vothri said is true, if our losses were our just deserts. We doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think that we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled in the end. Just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up. Don't give in. Please. We'll tell him. You have my word. Do. If you're ready, why not go on ahead to the Ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alfino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest Amaro I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, eh? Alright. Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said, "Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the lost, I will not lose myself to grief. And even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end." I don't want him to talk to me, as will I. Of that I have no doubt, and if ever we should appear to falter, it will only be because we are fatigued after a battle well fought. I thank you for your kind words. Now we have plans to make, do we not?
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Indeed. Of course.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
Vorthri can lead them.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
Oh. Like a thrall.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Morrighan?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Morrighan. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Fair enough.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser sin-eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a sin-eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison.
True.
To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Morrighan, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do! I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation. But it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be?
Maybe you should just stay out of it, Emet-Selch. Quit trying to sow chaos.
Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Morrighan we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
Ooh, he angry. And meanwhile, Menphilia's just trying to be understood. Alright. What do you got to say, you little shit? Will you never grow tired of shuffling your feet? If you have something to ask me, ask. Tell me about Zodiark. As I told you before, Zodiark is the creation of my people, the first people. We summoned him, as your kind might summon a primal, albeit an infinitely more powerful one. And like one of your primals, he tempered us. It was only natural. There was no resisting such power. And so we Ascians came to exist solely to bring about the rule of darkness, his darkness. Of course, some would call us evil for it, and they would be fools, though that is only to be expected given their innate ability to conceive of the nature of our universe. But I believe I am repeating myself. Do you not trust me to speak honestly? Do you hope to catch me in a lie? Really, I have no need of deception, and even if I did, I assure you, you would find it quite indistinguishable from the truth. I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Yeah. Of course. Sorry for the wait. I'm ready now. And you're sure you want to do this? Completely sure. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw your Morrighan airship coming in to land over Morrighan while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Vathri's forces to Raktika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right now, Nabatharang lies in the southern reaches of Morrighan, and there are two routes we can take to get there. First, the eastern route, which led us past Mordsuk. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Minfilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Nabath Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, then need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If the Yulmorans caught wind of our approach, it could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities would not meet with Vathri's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Yulmorans' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way you'll have a chance at reaching Nabatharang unopposed and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Vathri's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid footpath under our feet. We'll borrow a few Amaro for our own journey. I leave the rest to you, Minfilia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. There you are. The gate leading to Morrighan is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Menphilia for me, would you? Off so soon, Mistress Initari. You've barely had time to recover from the battle. We have work to do. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garrick lie the hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
Right. This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spend upon it for granted. Right. Thanks for watching, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed part 7 of Shadowbringers MSQ with Morrighan Initari. Don't forget you can check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/CalebGames here, where I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, starting between 9 and 10 a.m. Pacific time. I love you, YouTube, and I'll catch you later.